Today we're doing the clay pot rice without using a clay pot. We're going to use the Instant Pot. So this is a traditional recipe. We're going to use the modern technology of the Instant Pot. So this is the red rice. You can use white rice, you can use long grain rice, short grain, jasmine rice, whatever you like for this recipe. But using this rice, I would suggest you soak it overnight. It's a little coarser, so soaking it would make it a little softer. Also helps with the cooking. So here we have roughly 4 ounces of sliced chicken. We have 2 to 3 tablespoons of sliced ginger. We have about 3 Chinese sausages cut into large chunks, and about 4 or 5 ounces of minced pork or ground pork. Here we have the Chinese sausage, pork and chicken liver. So there's also pork Chinese sausage and duck liver Chinese sausage. So they pretty well look like this. Sometimes you go to Chinatown or different Chinese markets, you find them hanging on the wall. So these are actually all joined together. So just a general rule of thumb, people like to eat about 1 of these per person. So you can actually make it more if you like. Some people like to eat 2 or 3 of them. You can keep it whole, or you can actually cut it into pieces. So what we're going to do is just going to cut it into pieces here. Usually when you cut it, you kind of release the juices. It's actually encased like a sausage, so it actually keeps all the flavor in, but when you cut it, it releases the flavor into the rice. So we're going to cook this just like a traditional clay pot using the Instant Pot. So first we wash the rice. So there's about 3 cups of rice here. We let it soak overnight in cold water, and then just strain off the rice, rinse it off a few times, and then just strain off the rice. So ready for the next step. So the first step is turn the lid to the right. It says open. So pull off the lid. So we're going to put the rice on the bottom here. So it's about 3 cups of rice here. So usually what I do is I keep the ratio 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. So it doesn't matter how many cups you have, keep the 1-to-1 ratio. So the main thing about cooking rice in an Instant Pot, don't cook too much. You can't cook as much as a regular rice cooker, because the rice will clog up the release. So you need to, for me, I think the maximum would be, myself, I've cooked up to 3 cups of rice, but so you should check the guidebook to see what the maximum amount of rice you can cook in this. Myself, I like to cook a maximum of 3 cups of rice. So next step, you just want to put all the ingredients in. So we'll just keep it on the top of this water here. You don't need to mix it into the bottom. So just keep it at the top. So I'm going to keep the pork together so when it cooks it doesn't become too dry. So keep, you can mix the meat in afterwards. So next step, I'm going to put the lid on it. So based on the arrow, you go left. So this Instant Pot, you don't need to do anything. Once you turn it left, it's locked in. So we have it at 8 minutes on high with no delays. It's going to keep warm. I'm just going to press the start button. So when this silver button drops, that means all the pressure is finished. There it goes. So now we're going to turn the lid to the right, because that's the open. Wow, that's nice. Ooh. It turned out nice. So when you just give the rice a turn. So the pork was in a big piece, so I just kind of broke it up a little bit. So I got my video light on. I should have used my regular softbox light, but just want you to see what it looks like. It looks really good. So you can tell the rice is cooked through. So now I'm going to put some sesame oil in there. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon in there. So just shake it. So I'm also going to put some of this dark soy sauce. So this is the mushroom soy. So it's fairly dark, so you don't need to put too much. I'm just going to put a couple tablespoons in there. It's more of a sweet soy sauce. The regular soy sauce is saltier. So I'll put 2 or 3 tablespoons of this dark soy sauce in there. And just do the final mix. That's really good. The rice is nice and soft. Usually this kind of red rice takes longer to cook. Sometimes it stays hard, but this is really tasty. The pork is nice. Chicken is nice and tender. And the final test, the Chinese sausage. That's the flavor. It's really tender. Wow. I'm really impressed. So now we're just going to put some rice into a traditional clay pot. So you can serve it this way if you like. And if you don't tell anybody, they think you actually cooked it in a clay pot. But this is a good serving dish. A lot of the restaurants in China, a lot of Chinese restaurants, they actually serve their clay pot rice after they cooked it in a regular pot, and then you just serve it in one of these traditional clay pots. So just like that. So just add some green onions to the top just for color. There you have it, a traditional clay pot rice cooked in the Instapot. Enjoy. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe. Any comments are always welcome. Take care and stay safe.